Welcome back to Midday. Remember all those issues with the FAFSA application to apply for federal student aid? Over the last few months, there were multiple delays and glitches, all the things, causing quite the headache for parents and students trying to figure out how they were going to pay for college. Now, while it seems most, if not all of those issues have been resolved, I know our next guest has been very busy because with or without the FAFSA application, she is helping you find free money for college a different way. Joining me is Carlin Green, dubbed as the scholarship guru. Good morning, Carlin.
Good morning. How are you?
Doing well. Thank you so much for joining us here on Midday. I want to talk about social media and how you're using it in a way that some might not expect, helping students find scholarships for college. Tell us about it.
Yes, so since 2017, I've been helping students win scholarships, millions all across the globe. So not just limited to here in the United States, but other countries as well. And for my own education, between undergrad and graduate school, I was able to obtain 30 scholarships. I majored in broadcast journalism, and I've just been helping so many people with graduating with little to no student loan debt, and it's been an amazing journey since.
I was about to say that is beautiful. I read somewhere you secured $125,000 in scholarships for yourself alone. I'm sure that wasn't easy. What do you think is the biggest hurdle students have to overcome when searching for these scholarship funds?
Yes, I feel like one of the main reasons why students get rejected by a lot of scholarships is because they're not strategic with the types of scholarships that they're applying for. So you really want to be specific in terms of the competitive tier. So for instance, the most competitive types of scholarships are those that are nationally competitive, but instead you want to focus on ones that are state and local because the competition, the competitive pool is a lot smaller there. And you also want to focus on your scholarship essay. That is by far the most important part of your application. And a lot of times people go about writing that wrong.
And I would say, I feel like a lot of times people also rush through that part of the application. And as you just mentioned, that's one of the most important parts. With the current student loan debt crisis we're in, and some choosing to forego college because they simply can't afford it, why is this type of work worth it for you?
Yes, so part of the reason why I'm doing this work is because I really want to bridge the gap, the socioeconomic gap that exists regarding certain career fields, because you know how certain careers, in order to obtain them, you have to have a college degree. So that's part of the reason, part of the huge reason as to why I'm doing this.
What advice do you have for parents who want to help their child search for some of the scholarship opportunities available?
Yes, so I would recommend to take the time to research scholarships with them, get them organized with a lot of the common paperwork that's needed for the applications, like your essay, your transcripts, letters of recommendation, SAT, ACT scores, all those different important elements, and to really encourage them to be consistent with it. So even though I won 30 scholarships, I applied for a little over 100 scholarships. And so my success rate was like 30%, right? So if you're consistent with it, if you constantly encourage them to keep applying no matter what, then you will eventually, hopefully, win. And just for some added motivation here, I had a student who's actually based here in Texas. He was the valedictorian of his high school, and you would think if you're first in your class, you automatically get a full ride, but that was not the case. So his sophomore year of college, he came across what I do, and he was able to win $103,000 in scholarships, one of which was a Dr. Pepper scholarship worth $100,000.
Oh my goodness, that is, wow, absolutely amazing. I did talk about students that were getting ready to go to college, but even if they're there, some of the tips that you offer are also still available. Real quick, Carlin, can you tell people where to find you? They can take a deep dive into all your content.
Yes, of course. So if you go to my website, scholarship-guru.com, you'll see all my socials, a lot of my free resources for you to download. And that student that I mentioned earlier who won $103,000 in scholarships, one of the resources that really helped him with winning all that money was my book titled The Scholarship Algorithm. It's available on Amazon, available on my website, and it gives my step-by-step process on how I won 30 scholarships.
Carlin, you helping a lot of folks. Thank you so much. Appreciate you joining us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Okay,